flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, ready? Look at me. Go, fight!
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On second and inches, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, they'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First and 10, it's Pierce. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On second down, here's Pierce. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Jaguars in 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Pierce. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! Nick Westbrook-Akine, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are back within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw. The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. No return here for Claybrooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick. First. They'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, exit.
Lawrence going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. ETN up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Hurd, 76 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, Lawrence. And pass complete to Moore. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. He wants it all for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be brought down at the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
We go!
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Strong. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team,
it's caught at the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Moore, 43 yards. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Texans. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On 1st and 10, Strong going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be first and goal when we come back. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they go jet sweep with a former running back, Hurd. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Hand off left side, Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run with Pierce. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marcus Allen. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Preston Williams, 29 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Running room at the 50. Look out. He will score. Touchdown. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends qualify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the
time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Strong. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Off play action. Strong. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There's no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll go again with Etienne. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Off the play fake. Strong. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Straight ahead, Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give to Pierce. He stiff arms him. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So they tried to tack on 2 more, wouldn't have mattered.